What's up guys, it's Magician28 and today I'll be doing a Vampire Lord deck profile, so I hope you guys like it. Unfortunately the new set hasn't came out yet, so once that come out in few days I'll be doing another deck profile of Vampire. So until then I'll be showing you guys this deck profile that I gathered recently, so let's get started. So to start it off you need 3 Vampire Sorcerer. So this card is insane. So if this card is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card effect or by battle, you can add 1 Dark Vampire monster or 1 Vampire spell trap card from your deck to your hand. So that's really good. Also, if you would tribute summon a Dark Vampire, you can just banish this from the graveyard and you would just normal summon that monster instead. So that's a really good card effect, so that's why I got it at 3. This card is really pricey right now. Luckily the new set is coming up, so in a few days Dark Saviors will be released and this will be reprinted. Also some other cards in this deck will be reprinted, so it'll be affordable for everyone. So next up you need 3 Vampire Duke. So this card is good. Very good. You can if this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Dark Vampire monster from your graveyard in defense face up position, so that's a really good effect. Also these vampire, they also got second effect, so you can declare 1 card type, monster, trap or spell, and your opponent discard that card type from their deck to the graveyard. So that's a really good card effect as well. Next up you're gonna need 2 Vampire Vamp right here, gorgeous. The reason why I'm not running 3, because you know it'll just cause a clog. Although this card is really good, if once per turn when this card or Vampire monster is normal summon on your side of the field, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and pretty much equip that card into this card, so that that monster's attack will gain to this card. So that's a really good card. It also, you know, it overall this card does a lot of damage to your opponent, and it also annoys them too, so that's why I'm running it too. So I'm running 2 Shadow Vampire. It's also getting reprinted. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Dark Vampire monster from your hand or deck. So that's really good. You're gonna need to you will need to special summon as many vampires as possible. You always don't want to normal summon them or tribute summon them, because that would just slow you down. Also, they also got spells or trap cards that has the ability to special summon vampires, so take advantage of that. So I'm running 2 of these, really good card. Also I'm running 2 Vampire Lord. This card is good. If this card inflicts damage to your opponent, you know, just like any other vampire effect, you declare 1 type of card, monster, spell or trap. Your opponent discard 1 of those type cards from their deck to the graveyard. So so also once per turn, if this card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can just, you know, revive it at the start standby phase. So that's also good. I forgot to mention this card. If this card ever get destroyed, you can while it has an equip, you can special summon it as well from the graveyard. So that's also a really good card effect. So that's it for the vampires. So next up, the supports. You're gonna need 3 Pyramid Turtle. This card is really good. When this card is destroyed by battle and is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 zombie type monster with 2000 or less defense. So majority of the monster here have 2000 or less defense, so that's a free card right there. And as you can see, they're all zombies, so really good. Also, you're gonna need 2 Mizuki and 2 Gozuki. You know, as you guys know, Mizuki, its effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 zombie type monster from your graveyard, special summon that. Gozuki, its ability is during your main phase you can send 1 zombie type monster from your deck to the graveyard. So that's where the Shiranuis come in. So Shiranui Spectral, I'm running 2 of those and 1 of the Solitaire Shiranui, just to bring back the just to bring all the, you know, Shiranui synchro, and it's a really good card, especially while they're in the graveyard. I'm running 1 so Tenjodi. This card is really good. I mean, I recently found out, you know, how good this card is in this deck. So basically, once per turn you can activate one of these effects, vanish 2 zombie type monsters. Majority of the monsters here are zombie. So from your graveyard and draw 1 card. So if there's cards that you don't need in your graveyard, you can just vanish them and pretty much draw 1 card. So it gives you a boost. Also, the second effect is that, you know, target 1 of your banished zombie type monster and place that target on top of your deck. So if you happen to vanish 1 of your vampires by using Allure of Darkness, you know, you can just use this effect and bring that back, which is really good. Also, Max Chameleon is also good as well. It's also a tuner, so you can use it to synchro summon. Cannot be normal summon if you control a level 5 or a higher monster. When this card is normal summon, you can target 1 monster with 0 defense in the graveyard, special summon that, targeting face-up defense position. So only thing about this is that, you know, you cannot normal summon it if you control level 5 or higher, because majority of the vampire are, you know, level 5 or higher. But if you happen to come across with like level 4 or level 3, you can just, you know, normal summon this and use the effect, because you can just, you know, special summon 1 of the Shiranui, or, you know, anything that has 0 defense. So speaking of 0 defense, I'm running 2 Uni-Zombie. This card is really good along with the other cards. This card would also bring out like synchros, such as, you know, builds the Diabolic Dragon, because that card is insane right now. And so basically with this card you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, discard 1 card, and if you do, increase that target by 1. So really good card. It's also a tuner. So I'm running 2 Ghost Ogre just to piss your opponent, you know, during either player's turn, and it can be on the field as well. You can, you know, destroy your opponent's card when they activate their effect. But yeah, it's Ghost Ogre, and need 2 of those. So let's get down to the spells. So I'm running 3 Vampire Kingdom. So this field spell is insane. I mean, it's pretty much the heart of this deck. Zombie type monster gain 500 attack, but that's only during battle calculation. Bummer. But oh wait, once per turn, when a card is sent from your opponent's deck to the graveyard, target 1 card on the field, send 1 dark vampire monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, destroy that target. So that's insane right there. So that's why I'm running 3 of these. You can also have terraforming if you don't have 3 copies, or you can just add terraforming just for additional. It's up to you. But anyway, I'm running 2 Allure of Darkness. Like I said, you don't want this can be very useful, and you don't want you know, all those vampire in your hand. So let's say you happen to draw like 2 Vampire Lord. You don't really need 2 Vampire Lord, especially, you know, I took out Vampire Genesis in this deck because that card is just complete trash and it just slows down the deck. But yeah, you can just draw 2 cards, then vanish 1 dark monster from your hand. Or if you do not have that, you end up discarding that. So make sure you have a dark monster in your hand. So it's a really good draw engine. So I'm running 2 Book of Life. So basically, just special summon your monster and vanish 1 monster your opponent have in their graveyard. So I'm running 1 Monster Reborn because it's legal now, 1 Raigeki, 1 Soul Charge because it's Soul Charge. You just pay 1,000 life points for every monster you revive from your graveyard. And Foolish Burial. It's kind of like a Gozuki, but it's just faster this way. To just have Mizuki into the graveyard and special summon zombie monster. So that's why I got 1 Foolish Burial. You don't want too much of those. And 1 Dark Hole and 1 the Monarch's Stormforge. So this card is really good. And lastly, for the traps, all you need is 3 Vampire Takeover. That's all you need, because if you have no cards in your field and all face-up monster you control are vampires, you can activate its effect. Its effect is you can pretty much bring out Vampire Kingdom from the deck. So it's a easy access. It's kind of like a terraforming. So if you have Vampire Takeover, have this in your deck rather than having terraforming. So you can replace that, and then you can special summon 1 dark vampire monster from your graveyard in face of defense position. So really good. It's kind of like Call of Hunted, but better. So that's it for the main deck, and let's get down to the extra deck. So I have 2 Crimson Knight Vampire Vamp. This is somewhat easy to summon, especially your vampires have most of them have like level 5. So you can just detach 1 of this material and you can special summon 1 monster from your opponent's graveyard, which can be very useful. But the only downside is you cannot attack any other monster other than that. Cannot attack until the end of this turn. So that's the only downside. And also, if this card would be destroyed by your opponent's card effect or battle, at your next standby phase, you can special summon this from your graveyard, just like Vampire Vamp and Vampire Lord. You can, it comes back. So I'm running 2 of those, and I'm running 1 number 39 Utopia and Utopia the Lightning. That's because you got level 4 monsters here, and these are really good cards. And I'm running 1 Shiranui Susanga and Shogun Sanga and Samurai Sagi or Saga. Sorry. So this would be the best one to summon, or easy to summon in this deck. So Clear Wing Synchro Dragon is also good because it's only level 7, so there's always plenty of opportunity to go through. And then Bills of the Diabolic Dragons. That's a good card to piss off your opponent because it's really hard to get rid of. So I'm running 1 of those. And then the best part in this deck is the Vampire Sucker. So this just came out from the Flames of Destruction, and probably gonna continue to rise up. So what this card can do is, well, first of all, it's a Link 2, so we're on a good start. So all you need is 2 zombie monsters, and the effect is if you would tribute a monsters for a tribute summon, you can tribute a zombie monsters your opponent controls, even though you do not control them. This would be good if you had a zombie world, but then the second effect is the one useful. So you can use one of these effects once per turn. You can target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it in your opponent's field in defense position, but it becomes a zombie monster. So that's where the first effect comes in handy. Also, the second effect would be the if a zombie monster is special summoned from your either graveyard, draw one card. So very good card, very good card indeed. And I'm running one Proxy Dragon and one Topologic Drisbana and one Decode Talker, and that's it. And you can switch this around and mess around with it, but this is all I got for you guys. So I hope you guys like this video, and please like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. This is the first deck profile that I've done, so I hope you find it very useful, and I'll be changing this up once the new set comes up, so it'll be released in a few days. So I can't wait to open a box and do an opening for you guys. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you for watching. Peace.
So fast, makes me feel alive. My heart beats